this is Kris.
Hello.
And we're from the St. Johns County Public Library System. And to celebrate St. John's Wreaths, we came up with this book page wreath craft that's really fun, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So to do this craft, you're going to need some cardboard, something as a template to cut out a circle, an old book that you can tear the pages out of to make the wreath, some sellotape, and a hot glue gun. So if you get what you need and meet us back, we will get started.
There's a couple of different types of books. Most people would just prefer old books. These have little thicker pages in them, but they're, it's old and yellows, and it gives a really nice antique look to the pages. And this is just an old medical dictionary with red edging, which makes a really pretty wreath when you put all the pieces together. And that's what we're using today, is the medical dictionary. So when you remove the pages, you're going to, in order to make the rolls like this, you're going to take the ripped edge and you're going to turn the top piece towards you, and you're just going to start rolling towards the other corner. It takes a couple of tries to get used to it. So roll. You can adjust it fatter or thinner by pulling it. And then to hold it together, you just take a little piece of tape to secure it. That will be behind other ones, so it's not, it won't even be seen. And you're going to want to do a bunch. I think this one takes, I think it was around 60, but we have plenty done just in case. And again, I will show you, you're going to take the ripped edge, roll it towards you, or away from you, towards the other corner. Adjust the cone to how you like it. Tape the edge. One thing that's really important when you're rolling them is that they're all rolled in the same direction. Because if one's rolled the opposite direction, it will stand out on the wreath. Okay. To create the base or the back of the wreath, you're just going to take a piece of cardboard and some sort of a template. This is just a paper plate that I used. It's about 8 or 9 inches across, and you're just going to trace it so that you have a nice circle. And then just take some scissors to cut it out. And when you cut it, you'll have the base for your wreath. To create the wreath, you are now going to take your background piece and your cones that you have rolled and a hot glue gun. And just so you know, these are very hot. Please be careful. And you're going to have to keep them fed. You'll know when they're ready to use when you can squeeze it a little bit. Then you've got hot glue coming out. You'll have all kinds of strings. Don't worry about that. The hot glue tends to get a little stringy. And let's start creating our wreath. First thing you're going to do is you're going to position it about halfway from the center, halfway on the cone, and you're just going to run a bead of glue down the back. And lay it on. And then you're going to do the other side. Making sure that the cone area is open. And then you're going to turn it a quarter way, and you're going to do, what you're doing is all 4 sides, and then you're going to fill in between. Okay. Once you have all 4 corners as in an X, then you're going to go halfway in between 2. You want to kind of make sure that they're about the same length all the way across. Okay, so now we're just gonna fill in between these. Okay, once you have the outer ring complete, the next step is to fill in halfway between each of the openings. And you're going to do that going all the way around. So after you get the first layer all the way around of your wreath, you're going to start with the second layer. And the second layer is actually going to place a little lower in and in between the others. Glue. I'm just going to start filling in at a lower level. Talking about.
And
okay. So after you do the second layer and you get them all in, I cut some of them shorter so that we don't have anything extending past the center area. You're going to want to set it aside. Hand it to you, Emma, for just a moment. And you're going to want to get a piece of decorative paper. It can be any kind of scrap paper. You can even use the same paper that you pulled out of the book. I did this one 5 by, I think this is 12. And you're going to want to accordion fold all the way across. And when you're done, I took a piece of twine and I just tied off the center here so that it almost makes a bow. And then I'm going to actually run a piece of glue there. And try not to burn myself. We're going to do the other side. I'm going to take the pretty fan that you just made, run some glue around the edges, a big hunk in the middle. And there you go. So here is the finished wreath. You have different options that you can hang it by. You can actually, because you've got a cardboard back, you can hang it by ribbon. You can hang it by the natural twine that we used on this one. And if you go on Pinterest, you'll see lots of other ways that you can actually decorate the center of these. And you can make them for different holidays as well. So yeah, this is finished wreath. Thanks for joining us.